Welcome to Women Talk. I'm Joyce. It's been said that women talk about everything, anything, anytime, and anywhere. You know, it's December and it's the festive time of the year for family, for friends, and most of all, for delicious memories. Stores today are busy with women making all types of holiday preparations. I overheard two women at the counter. They were using the testers that they give you for perfume and all this other stuff. Okay, and I overheard these women, and they were talking about eating arrangements for the holidays. By the time one of the ladies said, "I'm not purchasing anything," one had already shared that they wanted to dine out all during the holiday and wished they could order their meals in. Another woman said she enjoyed watching her husband do all the cooking for the family. But then there was a third woman, and she said she loved cooking and creating special recipes. She also shared what she was cooking, what friends were coming over, who in her family was going to be there, and what she was going to serve. Welcome to Women Talk. Today's guests are special friends of mine. Let's meet them. Judy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I've lived in Piscataway for 3 years, and I'm getting myself well acclimated here.
Okay.
I joined the senior center pretty fast, and take Taekwondo in your class,
Okay.
and several other classes. I think I joined the library maybe the first week I was here, and made a lot of friends, and looking forward to the holidays. When I lived in South Jersey for over 50 years, I was a teacher in Willingboro schools.
Oh.
And when I first moved there, I moved in with two little girls, age 5 and 6, and by the time I left, they were both grandparents.
Whoa.
There
nice.
you go.
Nice. Elsa, tell me a little bit about yourself. Share something with the group.
Well, I've been in this country for 40 years. I'm from Panama, Central America.
Okay.
And I used to work in New York for 25 years. I retired. I used to work at a company of civil engineers that had to do with the water treatment plants in Brooklyn.
Oh.
And I retired and I came to live here in Piscataway 5 years ago, or 6. I have two sons. One is a veteran, and the other one works he's a police. I have 6 grandkids. The youngest is 9 months.
That's interesting. I didn't know all this time. I didn't know you had anything to do with the water plant. Very interesting. Gloria, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Gloria Gillen. I lived in Piscataway for 27 years. I've been married 27 years also. I have 1 son, 2 grandchildren, and I used to be a food service worker at a hospital in Berkeley Heights for over 30 years, and then I went to the school system. Then when I retired, I joined the senior club, and I'm a member of the Afro-American Club.
Okay, that's a lot. Calm down. Ladies, this is a festive time. It's December. A lot of things go on in December. It's Christmas, and then you got Hanukkah, you got Kwanzaa, and guess what else I learned? You got something called International Volunteers Day. And actually, I went to a volunteer lunch. I was invited. There's also something called Walt Disney Day. I have no idea what anybody does then. And then there's World Computer Literacy Day. Okay? All of this in December. I think the month of December, there is a day and a holiday for just about anything anybody can imagine. And if you have some copious free time, Google it. It'll make great dinner conversation on the holidays of December. So let me ask, Judy, what's your favorite holiday?
Oh, you didn't ask me before this started, so I have to sort of think about it. Definitely not in December. There's too much stress.
Okay.
I think that, I guess I would say, some of the summer holidays, like 4th of July or the end of May. There's, what the heck is that called, that holiday?
I don't know because it's not my favorite.
But anyway, where you're invited to a cookout or something, and all you have to
Memorial
do
Day.
is bring, macaroni salad
like
or something.
Memorial Day to
Memorial
me.
Day,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, like any summer holiday is a pleasure. All you have to do is just show up, bring something, and enjoy yourself out of doors. Yeah.
Okay. Elsa, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is not in a calendar, it's my own personal, my birthday.
Well, it is on the calendar.
But not as a holiday, it's my own holiday.
That's right.
It's my own private
When's your
holiday.
birthday?
February 6th.
Oh,
It's coming
mine's
soon.
coming.
February too.
Oh, we're good
Okay,
people.
So we
Yours
got
in
2
February?
February babies here. Gloria, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday, I'm a summer person like Elsa. I like Memorial Day, 4th of July, and I just like summertime.
You like summertime. Well, my favorite holiday is, well, my favorite month is really December because I enjoy cooking. And I don't know if you ladies enjoy cooking or serving people. I love gatherings. I just love enjoying people and learning from people and having gatherings. And sometimes food is the best way to do it. Do you have a favorite dish, Gloria?
Yeah, I like fried chicken.
Okay, that's a good one. Do you have a favorite dish, Judy?
Usually something that's Italian, like spaghetti and meatballs, or, something like that.
I make that so much, it's like no longer a favorite. It used to be, but
It's easy to make.
I know. I
Especially
know.
when I was home making for 5 people.
right.
That you could make it in a half hour. I
See?
was good at it, get those meatballs
That-
going, quick, get them in the oven.
And today, all you need is pasta. I can just do pasta and throw some cheese on it.
Yeah.
And this new baked pasta. And got a meal. Got a meal.
That's true.
Elsa, what's your favorite?
My favorite is, and I love to cook until my 2 sons got married and have their own families, so now I don't cook anymore. But I used to love for special occasions a dish that we call arroz con pollo, which means rice with chicken, which is different from buying regular rice and gravy, chicken, and mixing it together. We don't do it like that. We do the chicken with the gravy, and when it's done, we incorporate the rice. So the rice cooks with the chicken in the gravy, and it is delicious.
Oh, you're making me hungry. The gravy that you use, it's not brown.
It's we make it from scratch. We add, when we're cooking the chicken, we add peppers, tomatoes, onion, celery, all of these ingredients, leaves and herbs and all of that, and you cook it slow so it ends up with a thick sauce. And that's when you add chicken bouillon or consommé or chicken broth, and then you add the rice and you cook it, and it is delicious. It's a lot of work. You can, at the end, you can add boiled eggs chopped, you can
Boiled
add
eggs?
raisins, or you can add olives.
I'm listening to this because I am really thinking about going home and trying.
I'll get you the recipe.
Yeah, please,
Yes,
please. Gloria, do you have a favorite dish? You told me it was chicken, but what else can you do with that?
Like you can do, I like chicken, any kind of chicken. You can do fried chicken. You can do barbecue chicken. You can do baked chicken. You can, I'm a chicken person.
Okay, all right. Judy, you have a favorite dish?
I told you that I like Italian
I know
food.
Italian foods, and what else?
Oh, what else? Oh,
Well, let me ask this question, not what else. Do you like cooking?
to tell you the truth, I was never that crazy about it, and I'm really not fabulous about it. I just seem to be, cooking to me was just part of what you did all day long. I mean, worked all day long, teaching, 3 kids, a husband, a dog who shed a lot. I mean, it just seemed like cooking was just something you just moved from one thing to another. But everybody ate everything I put on the table. They better, because if they didn't, I would just say, okay, you're done, goodbye. See you in the
like
morning
Mama.
for breakfast. So
My
was
mother
okay.
used to do leftovers. I couldn't stand it.
you don't like leftovers?
No. I guess
talk
it
about it
depends
some
on
other
the dish. Some dishes you can have leftovers. You can have chicken and rice left over as a dish. You can have even some pasta left over as a dish. But there are some things that I don't want to see the next day after I just had it the night before, particularly if I wasn't crazy about it. Okay? I'm trying to think of one of the things, and my mother was not a great cook. Forgive me, Lord. But my mother was not a great cook, okay? So she would make food, and we had to eat the food. On the other hand, my father was a fabulous cook. He was a great cook, and he never had a recipe. He could just throw things together and
What was the best thing that he made?
anything.
Everything.
And I kid you not, he could make anything. And it was just, you just knew you wanted some of it, no matter what. Well, Daddy, what you cooking? Okay, no matter what. Okay.
That's a nice
I
memory.
know, it's a great memory. Elsa,
Yes.
any great memories on what you cook, what you like, what your parents cooked? No, I have another question. Who taught you to cook?
I learned myself
Really?
when I came to this country, because I used to, when I lived back home, I used to have a maid until the last day I lived there.
Oh, my dear.
So I would
Maid, how
just, yeah.
Okay,
So I would
let's
just
hear it
tell
from
her,
Panama.
I would just tell her like, oh, I want to eat this tomorrow, or I would bring the beef from the store and tell her, do this and do that. And a lot of things I learned through her.
Really?
So when I came to this country, I had to learn how to cook for my kids and myself. So I would get recipes from magazines or from newspapers, and I just ended up loving to cook.
Oh, that is
I love to cook.
Yeah, isn't it? A maid. Judy, who taught you how to cook?
Well, actually, my mother liked to be in the kitchen by herself.
Oh.
We didn't have one of these cozy mother-daughter making cookies together. It was a very small apartment, a one-bedroom apartment with 5 people in the Bronx. And so when she was in the kitchen, it was like, just, give me some space, like that. So when I got married, my mother-in-law gave me several cookbooks.
Oh.
They were actually like a Betty Crocker type of thing that they had back in the day. And that's how I learned to cook. But the easiest thing to cook seemed to be Italian food. That's why I always liked it. But my mother, for Hanukkah, would make potato pancakes, which are called latkes. And she made sometimes the small ones that people eat, like potato pancakes, which you have either with sour cream or with applesauce. I know, they were so delicious, but she'd make a giant one sometimes. She'd have this big pan, and she'd put in a big dollop of Crisco, which I think is like illegal these days. It's like an artery clogger. And there'd be this big white stuff floating around, and then it would melt. And she had it all prepared with grated potatoes, an egg, little flour, onions, salt, pepper. And she had the whole thing, and she would pour it in slowly, and it would like that. And then when the bottom was crisp, she knew when it was crisp. She took a plate and covered it. And she was strong and picked it up so that she could
Flip
turn
it
it
over.
over. And then it was all crisp and brown on the outside, sort of soft on the inside, but cooked. And then you cut it up like a pie.
Oh.
Yeah. I never did. I was afraid of those big pots, I'm not really so good in the kitchen. I mean well, but I didn't do that. But I did definitely scrape those potatoes and definitely made the whole mixture and made the little ones. And when I had a few extra people there, I was very organized. I would put all 4 frying pans on the burners, and I'd make them all at once so that nobody was sitting and waiting, and flip them
Oh,
over.
nice.
And then, of course, the stove was full of grease and everything.
Yeah, that's the hard.
Nobody helped with that.
Who taught you to cook, Gloria?
My grandmother.
So, Any special dish she taught you?
No, I just picked up from her, and then when I was in high school, I thought about taking a food service course, and then I went to school
Okay.
for food service. That's what landed my job for 30 years.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Wow.
So high school, you got interested there, is where you started cooking.
Well, I got interested early because my grandmother, she always made you do something in the kitchen, even if it was just prepping or something. But by the time I got to high school, then that's when I thought about
Really got
taking a
into
course.
When you did food prep for a job, like what did you actually do? You organized the cooking for.
I actually did, like, when I worked in the hospital, I did like diet cooking, for the different diets in the hospital.
Oh wow!
Wow,
Interesting.
That's interesting. That's interesting. One of the things I could never use
Well,
was
now
a
I don't have
recipe.
to cook because it's just me.
Just you. Well, you still cook.
Yeah, I still cook. If I have a taste, I'll pull something out the freezer, I'll season it up, and then when I come home, I'll cook
You're
it.
cooking. You know, met a senior at the center, and she said, every morning I cook myself. She lives by herself. I cook a full breakfast. I won't call her name because I don't want to get upset, but she says I cook a full breakfast. I mean, down to eggs and sausages or bacon and tomatoes. I cook a full breakfast. And I said, where do you get the time? She goes, oh, you get up early and you know what you want to eat, and it's just me.
I do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she says she cooks herself a full lunch. And I'm going, oh my gosh, for one person? She goes, yes, I do. And if her daughter, who lives in the area, may come over with dinner, or she'll go over to her daughter's house, but otherwise, she said, I'll cook a full dinner. I make sure every meal I cook.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know if I would do that, but I enjoy cooking. So when I start cooking, you're cooking, you never just cook for yourself.
That's true.
There's always, you have to make too much. I don't think I could remember how to cook for one person. I think,
I always make a lot, and it doesn't bother me to eat the same thing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I mean, nobody's there to complain.
but you.
But I mean, on the package of rice, it says a cup of rice and 2 cups of water. I always make the whole thing, and however long it lasts. You can throw rice even in with a salad, cooked
right.
rice, it's good.
Yeah, we used to have fried rice for breakfast.
Ooh, that sounds
Delicious. It didn't matter what kind of rice. If there was rice from chicken and rice, we'd have that. If it was rice from a dish that you might have had gravy with, we would have that. If it was red rice, we would have that. My mom could she could do well. She could throw rice in a pot and in the morning, and then you throw an egg on the side and breakfast. And fried rice is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you add some egg and you scramble it with the rice.
Yeah, really delicious, really
Yeah.
delicious. I don't think I have a favorite dish that I like. I just like to cook and find things to eat. I'm trying to get one of the women from the center teach me how to make mango pie.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Mango flan. Flan?
Mango, I've never had mango flan. I love flan, but I've never had mango. Ooh,
I can imagine it goes with egg and with the sweetened milk.
yeah.
And who knows what else.
Ooh. And the sauce.
Maybe we'll all get together and do some cooking.
How about that, right?
Or I'll just offer to wash the dishes while you cook.
I'll just taste.
Okay, okay.
I'll do the cooking. I love to cook.
See?
But now that I'm alone, I don't cook anymore. I had my husband with me until 5 years ago. But he's sick. He's in South Carolina. He's in a coma for 6 months. So I'm all by myself. So I came up with a wonderful idea so that I don't have to worry about shopping,
Okay.
about cooking, about planning, nothing. So this is what I do. I have lunch every day at the center. And they give you so much food. So this is what I do. The milk, I leave it for my coffee for the next day.
Okay.
The bread, I leave it for my breakfast. And any vegetables that they give, I leave it for the breakfast. This is what I do for breakfast. I take a little round pan like this. I add egg whites. I buy the egg whites in a box, and I add those vegetables, and I add salt, pepper, any ingredients. And then when that's done, I flip it over. It's like a
Omelet?
tort, like an omelet.
Yeah.
Every day, that's what I do with egg whites. I have the bread and I have the milk for the coffee. I already had the lunch.
Smart.
And for dinner, every Sunday, I cook a big pot of soup. I sift it and I only leave the liquid. Every night I take a cup of that. Simple. Plus
Soup.
any type of vegetables. I could cook it with neck bones, turkey neck bones or pork neck bones or chicken bones, put a lot of vegetables and then sift it, throw away all of that, keep the broth and take a cup every night. That I have learned to make life easy. I don't have to do so much dishes because I used to cook a lot. Then my sons left, they got married. Then I was with my husband and he used to love the way I cooked. So I had to cook a lot. And now, so that's a hint.
But that's another, I like that idea of taking the vegetables. And
Yes, all type, anything, potato. I like yuca, so the yuca, I keep it. But if it's potatoes, carrots,
Yeah.
celery, I even add spinach. Or my favorite dish is collard greens. I make it with the turkey neck bones. Oh, I better not go on.
Bless your heart.
yes.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law sent me a box of collard greens.
You know what you do? You clean it, you saute it, and you freeze it.
I only got to freeze a little bit because I ate so much.
Oh, you should have told me.
It's certainly healthy.
Let me.
And then I was like, who can we give collard greens to? We had so many, the leaves were huge.
Yes.
And I said, who can I give collard greens to? But I didn't want to go far. You had to be in my radius.
Call me next time.
Oh, I most certainly will. I didn't know you do collard greens.
I'll
today.
make it and I'll save some for you so you
Oh,
can
thank
use.
you.
Yeah.
Buy them in a can.
Ooh, but there's nothing like the natural one.
No.
Because it's spicy. And
Yes.
it's,
I might have to get her address.
it's spicy and tasty.
But when you're doing the color green, I add the red. How they call those little red? It's pepper flakes. Pepper flakes.
Yeah. I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. He also sent me a big box of peanuts, fresh peanuts, so they're raw. So now I got that sitting in the refrigerator. I hope he's not going to look at this. No, but the last batch he sent, I made spicy peanuts, so they were nice and hot and spicy. And
Peanut
I
butter.
boiled them. I make no peanut butter. I can just sit there and eat the spicy peanuts or the salted peanuts. So that's what I did with that. So I guess he felt, oh, let me send another batch. And now I gotta think about.
I have a
cooking.
recipe for that. Get a big box, or a big bag of mixed trail
Okay.
in Walmart, and mix it with some of those nuts.
Oh, another great idea. Okay.
You can also add Cheetos, corn chips,
And put it all in.
all of that you put in it, and you make I call it cocktail. I do
Sounds
that.
good. Sounds good. What were you gonna say?
I said the peanuts, what she just said, would be a nice dish for the holiday.
Or you think I'm just gonna put my peanuts out for people to have?
No, you do the mix, and then you get those plastic little
yeah.
containers. That's what I do, and you give it out as Christmas gifts
Oh.
with a card, a little note. That's what I
Give me
do.
an idea for Friday. I can bring people in peanuts.
There you go.
Judy just made a face like, don't give me peanuts. I don't want to see any peanuts.
I'll eat one or two.
Okay.
Trapped between two
Okay.
cooks here.
Don't give me peanuts. Okay. Oh, no. Find things to do. I just made some crabs and shrimp and
You can also
soup.
put it in the blender, and then you can add it when you cook any meat,
That's a
even in
great
rice.
idea.
You can add it to rice, or
thank
cashew. You can do cashew and
Yeah.
add it to rice, and it's good.
Thank you so much. You know what, ladies, I could keep on going, particularly Elsa, because you got a lot of recipes in your head that I am already thinking about.
I do.
What can I do? But we're out of time.
Ooh.
I can't believe we're out of time already. And so let me just say this. I want to thank you for your participation and for your willingness to share a lot of these with me, your recipes with me, and your things that you like. And I want to thank our viewers. And then I want to give a shout out to the PCTV crew. And thank you for the interns who are helping out today. But keep in mind, ladies, there's always a reason to share food because you can have fun, conversation, and then there's that gratefulness piece to be about being grateful and thankful that you have this group to talk to. So if you have a topic or you wish to participate as a guest on the show, give me a call at 1-848-264-6735. Or you can send me a text at colesj7@gmail.com. And remember, women talk about everything.
Yes, we do.
Anything, anytime, and anywhere. Yes.